Alright guys, today I'm just gonna talk about the difference between Lost Ark and Final Fantasy XIV, especially the weekly stuff, the weekly things you have to do. So let's go to Lost Ark first. In Lost Ark you have the raid. If you have 6 characters, 6 gold earning characters, you will do 18 raids. I mean, you can do less, but to optimize your gold income, it's basically 18 raids. And after that, you have your guild activities. So you turn in doing the guild quest, and also your weekly quest, and they include cube, chaos dungeon, whatever, certain amount of chaos dungeon, guardian raids, and you get your reward. So that's basically the main thing you have to focus in Lost Ark, especially the raids. But in Final Fantasy XIV, there's actually way more. So let's start with challenge log. Challenge log is very easy to explain. It's this thing. It's basically whatever you are doing in the game. It's either crafting or gathering. You do your leaf quest, you do your farm your fate, you do PvP, you do dungeons, raids, whatever you are doing, you get gold and you get XP for free. So that's just challenge log. It just basically rewards you for doing whatever the content you are in the game. And next thing is Wandering Tales. Wandering Tales you can only get it once a week. It's a book. It shows you certain battle combat content in the game. So it's either raid or dungeon. It could be high level thing. It can be low level ones, which is usually very quick to do. You can even unsync it, solo it. We call it unsync. So you are outgear the content by a lot. You just basically go in and one-shot the boss. And that gives you this book. You can finish this book. Every time you finish something, you get a token, and this token will appear here randomly. With 4 in a line, you get extra rewards. And basically, most people are doing this for 3 lines. So you get this golden certificate, and what it does is you can exchange it for the mountain pet. It's like a collector stuff. It's also just side content. The next thing is Jumbo Cakepot. And what it does is the location I'm in right now is the Fantasy 14 casino. And the weird part of this casino is whatever you are doing in the casino, you never lose. You always win. You always get more than you have. It doesn't matter whatever you are doing in this casino. The only thing you can get is winning. And with the jumbo cake pot, well, the fashion report, let me just put it here. It's part of the jumbo cake pot. So that's this NPC. You can present yourself to the judge and you get extra currency from the casino. And the currency we get is golden saucer point. And next one, the hunt. I will talk about the hunt later. It's actually a random world boss. You go there with many players at the same time. You kill it, and you get rewards. But this thing actually comes along with gear progression. So I will talk about the gear progression later. So I'll talk about this later as well. Blue Mage. What is Blue Mage? We see it. I see it as a side content. So if you look at my character, the highest level in the game right now is level 90. But there's this thing, Blue Mage, it's level 70. It's limited job. And what it does is they actually create a class in the game that's as broken as you can. It will do tremendous amount of damage. And you can build this Blue Mage as a tank. You can build it as a healer. You can build it as a DPS. It doesn't matter, range DPS, melee DPS. this class can be as broken as you want. The only difference is this class will never be max level as any other class, which means he can never do the endgame raiding. So it's always 10 level behind. I haven't touched Blue Mage for a long time, so I think right now the max level Blue Mage is level 80. So you can unlock level 80 skills. And speaking of the skills, Blue Mage can copy. They have very broken skills. You actually have to do side content to unlock the skills of Blue Mage, especially the ones that's most broken. So you use Blue Mage to do certain content, certain battle content, or world boss, or fates, or whatever. So it's just a side content, just for fun, you know. The next thing is custom delivery. It's also weekly. I can show you here. No, not this. It's here. So custom delivery is basically you are doing the task for other NPCs, and NPC will give you certain rewards. They will give you gold. They will give you reputation. They will give you a script. With the script, it's you can buy gems, or in this game we call it materia, and you can use your materia to soak into your gears. Look at my gears; they are two Heaven Eye Materia X and stuff. Those are the material you can soak it into your gears. But you can do it once a week with 12 quests per week, and you get so many currency that that's actually unnecessary. Once you finish your gears, you don't even have to do this anymore. But for gold and everything, it's still worth it. And the worst case, you can just sell the material on the market. And to finish this custom delivery is actually really quick. It's between 5 to 10 minutes. You are done. And the next thing is Domain Enclave. Domain Enclave is this thing. It's if you have random stuff you can sell to the NPC, whatever it is. If you sell it for 10 gold, you can get from Domain Enclave 20. So it's just double the NPC value of the item you sell. And there's a cap. Weekly you get 40k gold. I see this just free 40k gold. And the next thing, Squadron Mission. You send the NPC away to get yourself some random rewards. So you don't have to work for this. You just send people. It's like a group of NPC under your control. You send them away. You go to the NPC, talk to him, and they will come back and give you free reward. And the next thing is Fox Hollow. What is Fox Hollow? Let me just go there and show you what it is. It's in Idleshire. Let me change job so I can move quicker. So here's the NPC. Fox Hollow is actually a beta content. So if you open your party finder, I think right now there should be people doing it. Okay, it's daytime, so right now there's not enough people doing it. But I can still find it here. It's this thing. It changes, I think, every 3 weeks or every 2 weeks. It's actually a low level rate. They sync it up to level 90, which means the boss gets more HP, does more damage, but it's still just casual content every level 90. You put in a little bit time, you can learn it, and you can see it's recycled old content, but it's sync up to level 90. So every time you did it, you get currency. Not just these two, but also the Fox Hollow coins. And then you go to this NPC. You can exchange your Fox leaves. You can buy armor. You can buy weapon. You can buy these accessories. But everything in this NPC are cosmetic. It has no real battle value at all. You can get the farmer kit, which is cosmetic. You can get a mount. You can get a bed. You can fly with the bed. Another mount. This also mount. Your small medium, the pets. You can get all these cute pets. So basically everything you get from here is pretty much just only cosmetic. But it requires you to do the level 90 sync up raid with 8 people, which is actually fun stuff to do. I like to do it. And you can do it twice a week. And there's also ongoing events. The ongoing event right now is in Uda, I think. I already have some of the currency, but let's just go there. The Tome of Irregular. Oh yeah, there's an NPC. So what do you get from this tome? Also cosmetics. More mounts, more bed, and housing items to put in our house. Also more cosmetic stuff, so you can try down like the glamour. We call it glamour. Not compare. So different look. Also other mounts, also cards. If you want to play the other mini game with cards. Oh my, I can get this minion. Nice. Oh, I think I need to farm more of this. So that's basically it. You can get all this cosmetic stuff, right? And the last not least, now we are talking about the raids. So everything before Savage Raid is not required for endgame progression. Everything right here, you don't have to do any of this at all. If you only focus on progress your character to get more power, to more damage. So the last thing is Savage Raid. So what is Savage Raid? It's basically raiding. But how this game works, let me go to my Dark Knights. How this game works, to talk about Savage Raid, I need to show you my gear first. We need to understand the gear progression in this game. So if you look at my gears, they are blue and they are green ones. The highest item level is 660. So my weapon is a Relic weapon. That's another topic. I'll just not talk about Relic right now. My headpiece is 650 and this is 660. So why is this 650? I need to do Savage Raid, the endgame raiding, to get 10 more item level on my headpiece. But how did I get the 660 chest piece? So the endgame works is, even if you do the endgame raid, is the Savage Raid, you don't get full base in this gear. So certain piece of the gears, you don't get it from endgame raiding. So right now for my Dark Knights, I get endgame raiding gear for my headpiece, for my gloves, my leg, and my necklace, and a ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I need 5 pieces to finish my base gear. But look how many pieces I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 11 pieces of gear, and 5 out of the 11 are from endgame raiding. So how did I get the other 6 pieces? That has to do with this currency, the elegant tombstone of comedy. So this thing has a weekly cap. It's 900 per week. So you can get certain gears. Okay, let's see, chess piece is already 680, that's max. You can get certain gears with the exchange of this currency. Now the question is, how do I get this currency? If I don't raid, I still want the best gear, so I can pretty much just farm this currency. But how do you get it? The way you get it is, actually there are too many ways to get it. One of the ways is just doing this daily stuff. You will cap your currency every week actually pretty quick. Look at this thing gives it. I've done some of them already, but pretty much every daily it will give you the end game currency. And with this end game currency, you will finish your gears. Now I said it before, I was talking about the hunt, I said I would do it later. The fastest way to finish this 900 ton cap is actually doing the hunt train. So what it does is you join a Discord, and especially when the weekly reset is just over, there will be a hunt train on Discord. So you go out into the open world, there will be a lot of people. I think 100, maybe 200, maybe 500 people. I don't even know. If you have a shitty PC, you cannot even see the boss. There are so many people gathering up. We're just flying around the world, killing A rank monsters. It's either A rank or S rank. Most of the time it's A rank. So you can cap your currency, the endgame currency, within less than 2 hours, and then you are done. And that's why most of the time I don't even do any of these dailies. I just do hunt train, so I can cap it. The only reason I want to do endgame dailies is if I want to get some gold, get some more gold. I want some materia. I want to farm gears for my alts, for my alt class. And that's when I'm gonna do some daily. Or I just do the level 90. I want to practice my rotation, practice my class. Because I just came back to the game not so long ago. And then I will do the level 90 once, because you have all your skill unlocked. And I do my my endgame dungeon, the level 90 dungeon. So with these two things combined, you will get your full base. Now let's talk about Savage Raid. How Final Fantasy XIV works with Savage Raid, the current endgame rating is this. The moment the Savage Raid release, you will be time gated by gears. What I mean by that is every of these raids from 9 to 12, you can only do it once a week. Okay? But I'm telling you, average player will not clear all 4 gates the first week. If you can clear the first 2 gates, that's already pretty impressive. Unless you are very hardcore, you are going 16 hours a day from the day that new content is released. Because this content released worldwide, right? There's no guide. On the first week, there's no guide. Everybody's blind progging. You're just wiping all over the place. You can wipe on one mechanic for 5 hours straight. Especially when you get to the last gate. Because you have to figure out how the mechanic works. So you can only do these 4 raids, the endgame raids, once a week. And the loot is of course distributed between 8 players, and you can roll on it. It's need or create the roll. And sometimes you get nothing, sometimes you get something. Most of people will play in a static, so they just back then in my static time, the raid gears usually goes to the DPS first. So if you are play tank or healer, you don't get any gears the first maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But it's fine. Because the more damage the DPS can do, the faster you can kill the boss, right? And since you are playing in a static anyway, you get your gears eventually. Within 8 re-clears, everybody of the same group will be full geared, will be full base within 8 weeks of 8 weeks of re-clear on the last gate. So nobody, at least back then, we don't really care about the gears. And I used to play melee main, so I was one of the few people that usually gets the DPS gears quicker than the other guys. But this tier, I'm gonna play tank. At least I hope I'm able to play tank. If my static doesn't fight for the tank spot, if they don't force me to play melee DPS again, you know. I used to play melee. It's either ninja or samurai. It's always one of the two. But this tier, I really want to play tank. So in 8 weeks, you get your gears. And the other thing about the endgame rate, let's say you don't have a static, right? You're just pugging, and you are very, very unlucky. You never get any loot. Every time you roll, you only roll 1, and everyone else is rolling 99. So you don't get any loot. How long does it take you to have full base? Well, the answer is still 8 weeks. Because in this game, if you kill the boss, it's kind of like a pity system. You get a book. Let me go to my retainer. You can see it's my bank. I think this one has the stuff stored in here. Look this. So every time you kill a boss, you get one of this book. And with this book, you can exchange for your gears. So even for people that's very, very extreme unlucky, you still finish your base in 8 weeks, in 8 re-clear. It doesn't matter. You have been very, very unlucky to not get anything at all. So that's basically how the endgame gearing works. And the beauty of the system is once the raid is already released, like 3 to 4 months, they will remove the time gate. And what I mean is, you used to only be able to do this once a week, right? But after 3-4 months, most of people already have full base. People are still doing this, but not for their main, but for their alts. They will remove the weekly lockout. So you can farm 9 circle 100 times a day if you want to. You get 100 times a day loot. Because you have cleared the raid already, probably after 3 months. So there's no time gated lockout. So you can just farm this for your other class. In this game we call it jobs, other jobs. So if I'm a Dark Knight main, I'm full base. Now I can farm for my DPS. So next run, I'm just going in with DPS. Or just farm for my healer. If I want to play the raid as a healer, I can just farm gears for my healer. It doesn't matter. So I think that covered the weekly stuff between Final Fantasy XIV and Lost Ark. Like I said this before, in my static, really, I never felt Lost Ark is a MMO. It's never been an MMO. It's just a raid simulator. But the combat is fine, and we are having fun in the game. That's all that matters. So anyway, that covered, I think, majority of the weekly and also a little bit of the gear progression. So for people that want to know how in Final Fantasy XIV works, that's basically it. Anyway, have a nice day. I will see you next time. Bye bye.